Modon, a government-backed developer and a project that you have very likely heard of already, Al Hudariyat Islands. I'm here to break down what has already come, what's sold out, and what's to come next. So, in terms of what we've seen so far, most of Modon's launches have been either plots, either been villas and townhouses and mansions, alongside with golf course community, and now we're on to the next phase where instead of it being high entry ticket points, we are now entering a market where you can enter at a lower entry point. So what we're now going to be looking at is Bashaya Residences by Modon, which is seafront apartments located just here. Diving deeper into Bashaya Residences to give you an insight of what has launched and what is yet to come, we've had two phases so far. Phases 1 and phases 2, which are 2 buildings each. So you have a total of 4 buildings of apartments from 1, 2, 3 and 4 bedroom apartments. We now have our final launch of Bashaya Residences, which is phase 3 on this plot over here. To highlight why I think this is a great investment for you to also just understand is to understand that this is on a master community by a government developer, which is offering full sea view apartments at a low entry point into the master community. To show you how to differentiate phases 1 and 2 in comparison to 3 is mostly the views. In terms of the building style, the units and the sizes will be identical. However, the location of where the third phase is what sets it apart from phases 1 and 2. With phases 1 and 2, you are only really accessible with sea view apartment views if you are purchasing along this side of the road, where you will have the sea view. Whereas when you're purchasing on the rear end of the property just over here, you will not have the sea views. You will only have the views of the community itself, which is the green landscaping, and the plots behind, which is low-rise villas. However, with the third launch, we are now actually seeing a much better location and also a 360 view of waters. So when we're looking at Bashaya Residences phase 3, we have once again all of these views across the board of the front side of the building, which is going to give you a direct view of the sea, but also anywhere along the row of the rear end, you will also get the view of the sea and the canal along the rear as well, making this a much better investment in comparison to phases 1 and 2, purely due to the fact that you will be able to have more sea view apartments across the building. Last but not least, always the entry and exit point towards the community itself. Phase 3 will have the best entry and exit point towards the community itself on a corner plot. Like I mentioned, phases 1, 2 and 3 will be very identical in terms of the building architectural styles, the sizes and also the layouts. The only difference will be the payment plans possibly might change, but also the prices as well. But if you're wanting to understand how you can get into a Hudariyat project at an early phase and a low entry ticket point, reach out to me. Let's have a conversation to get you prepared in the next couple of weeks of when this project launches.